that, well, I don't know how to put it to get to the point, but one of our customers has been selling this one system that uses one of our pumps that they've been buying hundreds of, and they're pretty profitable. So I've been sort of just laying back and collecting profits, if you know what I mean.
Oh, yeah. There's not very much stress in it, so why not?
Well, our whole industry has changed dramatically in the past probably 10 years. And I don't know, man, it isn't as fun as it used to be. And Steve would know about this in his industry. It's just, I don't know, man, it's just not as fun as it used to be. And I don't know if it's me or the industry. I think it's the industry.
Well, I think everything business-wise has got a lot more cutthroat.
I think the West Coast government has made it so business isn't fun anymore, right? Yep. That's a big part of it right there, Steve. Yeah, when someone asks me when you're going to retire, just tell them you're waiting for hell to get their national life occupation. Okay. So the correct answer is when hell freezes over, right? Yep, that's right. Anyway, so we've been slowly migrating out of some of the stuff we used to build and do and stuff like that. And, well, I don't know, buddy of mine had a pretty good idea of just keep business open indefinitely and set up a trust and live off of that for the remainder of my days. I kind of like that thought.
Well, there you go. As long as you can put on Social Security, that check gets bigger too.
Well, I'm just more looking at some tax shelter stuff. It's been nice having a little bit of tax, I don't want to say deferrals, just some extra write-offs and things that I wouldn't normally do. But, I can spend the money better than Uncle Sam can, so why not?
Well, amen for that. Yeah, that's one of the perks of having a business.
Yeah, Sharon says, that's got to be illegal. I said, no, it's not illegal. And, we didn't write the rules, we just had to follow them.
Speaking of Sharon, did she finish up her engineering degree?
Yep, she's all done with that. She's actually working for ODOT. She works for us too, but mostly part-time is all her needs are. But for ODOT, she's full-time there, and she didn't get her FE, pass her FE. She didn't do any of that. She kind of went right into work for ODOT, and she's been with them for, I don't know, a number of years now.
Oh, very good. Yeah, I know it was I can't do the priority. You guys trying to get her through school. At the time, you weren't sure if she was going to help you out in the business or how that was going to play out.
Yeah. So no, she's still involved in it, but mostly from a distance. And anyway, her part of ODOT isn't really, she's got a pretty important part there. I don't even remember what she does, but she likes it, and that's all that matters to me.
Yeah, nowadays to get any sort of a job where you're not stressed out, that's pretty important.
Yeah, she pulls 4 10-hour days, so that's the kind of job she always looks forward to doing. So, what the heck, my hat's off to her. I'll support her in whatever she wants to do.
Yeah, very good, very good. So speaking of back to your pumps, do you deal much with frequency drives on what you do?
Yeah, most of the stuff we do, that would be for proportional feed. Most of the stuff we do doesn't require the VFD drives as much as just proper signal, like analog or digital signals and that sort of stuff, because they're electronic. But when you start getting into the bigger motor-driven pump stuff, then yeah, VFD drives are the way to go. And some of the motor controls and stuff they've come out with the past probably 10 years or so are real popular and affordable. So usually what we would do is let the customer provide their own motor, and they could marry up with whatever motor they standardized on.
Yeah, very good. Okay, I was just talking to Michael a little bit about that. I use the frequency drives for powering my car.
Oh, he shot, knocked me out. Oh, yeah. My wife brought me home. Pretty crowded. They're all like at the top of the band.
W7 EPS, did you call for Lake Florez to the in-state Oregon local?
Following week is Gumball Week. So anyway, we kind of get together then.
Pretty busy on 80. But look, we get down here. There's like not much in the extra part though. When I listen to this stuff on the radio though, I'm like, it's nice to see that they seem like they're all having fun, but their conversations don't interest me in the least, unfortunately. I think it seems like there's a lot of people that just really want to boost themselves up on the radio, and they're here to talk and brag themselves up a little bit, or whatever. But when I listen to ham radio, about this time of the day on 80 meters, I get the feeling I'm in the wrong hobby, in the wrong place, I'm in the wrong neighborhood, I'm in the wrong town. Like, sure, I could jump in there and start talking to them, but if they knew who I was and what kind of person I was, they wouldn't want to talk to me. Although, I didn't really get into amateur radio to talk to people in the United States either, so, because you can do that on CB radio, no problem. Anyway, I often listen to the radio and go, what in the hell am I doing? See, I like tinkering with stuff and playing with stuff, and, I'm really not interested in the actual act of ham radio itself. It really doesn't do anything for me. I'm lacking in social skills, I suppose you might say. Anyway, guys, that's the almost 8 o'clock ham radio report. And 40 looks to be active. And I don't know about 20. My ham clock says it is. But I'm not actually seeing anything. I see one signal right here. Oh, it's just FT8. This looks like 20's dead. So there you go. There you have it. And I haven't gotten anything done today, really. I did a little bit of welding. I made a video, but I need to edit it. I haven't messed with this thing. I've formatted the drives. I installed Open Media Vault. I installed a Ubuntu server. I installed a Fedora server. Nothing wants to pick up my RAID card. Now, the card shows up in Windows, but I formatted the drives, but they don't show up, and I don't know. I could try something else. I could actually just plug them into this, because I can't access these deals. There's one I can get to, but see, the way that they did it here is this CD drive is blocking about 3 SATAs that you can't get to. I may be able to get an angled one in there. If I use the SATAs on the computer to do this, I did have it like that before. That's why I removed the drive, and it worked fine. But I, at one point in time, had it hooked to this, and it worked fine also. But like I said, I was concerned this thing gets really hot. But I also noticed now, I'm like, wait a minute, this thing moves. I don't know if it moved before. So I might have broke it. Who knows? I doubt it, but it shows up in Windows. So anyway, that's about all we're doing here. I do have a video coming up about some welders. I found some really, really, really good deals on welders, guys. And I'm going to have to get on here and pull up my studio and make a video with screen capture. But there's some super, really good deals right now, under $150 for 240 volt. I know they call it 220, but 240 volt, dual voltage, 110, 220, gas, multi-process wire feed welders with metal hardware. And when I say metal hardware, I'll show you what I'm talking about. I don't own a welder that has metal hardware. Generally speaking, this would be superior to anything you could buy on Amazon from China. Well, you see, this thing is all plastic. Well, the one I just ordered is metal. Also, you have to change your polarity here, which means you can't really access these wires. On the new welders, it just plugs on front, and then a jumper goes in. And then and it's able to be a multi-process welder. It uses the power supply to run other things. Back in the day, Miller used to make suitcase machines. They'd have an arc power supply and a suitcase. Like, my Miller over here will run a suitcase if he really wanted to. So, a guy would have like a Miller stack of shit, and it would be like, I don't know what kind of welder. My buddy had a stack of them at his house that one of his high binder friends had that he left over there for him to use. It was a power supply, a suitcase, or maybe not even a suitcase. It was like a box. It was just like a standalone wire feed, and then you plug the wire feed into the welder, and then there was like a standalone high-frequency TIG unit and all that crap. So back in the day, they would have that, because if you look at this, it says constant current AC/DC arc welding power source. So, and I have found a possible replacement for all of this, but you know, they could just blow up and go bad. So this is not going to, but I'm going to wait until we're actually moving before I do anything with this. And I'll try to replace it with something sensible. There is a $300 TIG welder that's multiple process aluminum that I've already posted on the channel. But anyway, that's what we're doing today. And I've got like a bad hip problem where it's really hard for me to walk around today. Like I slept funny or something, or I don't know, maybe I pulled a muscle somehow. So I'll catch you guys in a little bit.